All right, so now we're going to run through your final night breathing.
Yay. Okay.
All right. It is probably around 9:30
Mm-hmm.
at night. And it's been a busy day as far as this shop is concerned. You ended up having to hire a young girl who was kind of annoying, but also kind of reminded you of yourself when you were younger. Didn't really want to turn her away.
I guess I could use the help. It's really annoying doing this by myself.
She also has a lot of experience in retail management.
Mm.
The well, references she gave seemed really good. Not really sure if you're willing to check.
I mean,
You're kind of in the position of.
she's cute.
You seem kind of more in the position of punishing people who screw up rather than checking to make sure that they're not going to anyway.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So this could actually be a day off coming up.
Could be.
And as much fun as it is to run your own occult shop,
That's never why I was in this.
Yeah, you haven't really had any you time since you opened.
Mm-hmm. Haven't. It's true facts.
What time do you think you close? Like 9?
Probably.
That obnoxious little wind chime of brass pinnacles that hangs on the door
I've really got to get rid of that thing.
jingles.
Mm.
You hear somebody walk into your store. Half an hour after you closed.
Didn't I lock that?
You could swear you did.
Feel like I locked that. Hey, yeah, we're closed. We open tomorrow at, I don't know, 11 if
Yeah.
I'm up.
Yeah, I don't do mornings.
Oh, well,
There's a guy who walks in who's really well dressed, like in the style. Not like suit and tie or anything like that. He's more just evening jacket, nice pants, highly polished shoes. Italian, it looks like. He has really gorgeous auburn hair. And he's roundish in the face, but like babyish. Not,
mm-hmm.
yeah. He looks good, but he's, you don't ever really remember seeing him in here before. And he has this very interesting scent on him. You can't tell if maybe one of your packages of grave dirt opened. But fresh soil is definitely filling the air right now. It's a little unnerving, but it's also kind of nice.
Well, I guess, can I help you?
Think you might be able to. I'm actually here to offer a business opportunity.
This is an interesting time for you to come offering a business opportunity.
Should I come when you're packed full of customers and don't have a chance to talk to me? Because I believe it's you and one scrawny blonde, right?
It is.
Yeah.
You're a word that means observant. There we
go. I'm a word
Yeah.
that means observant.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you're observant.
I have. I've been keeping an eye on this place since Pedo Boy got thrown in jail.
Yeah, that happened.
So are you enjoying running a place like this?
I mean, it's...
Because you look bored out of your goddamn mind.
I mean, most people who come here really don't know anything about anything
Yeah, they tend not
that
to.
they're trying to do. So that's frustrating. But occasionally, very interesting folks walk in, such as perhaps yourself.
True.
Sometimes they have interesting objects.
He's leaning against the counter.
Not on the counter. There are delicate things here. I'm gonna need you to back up just a little bit.
Cool. He stands up straight, pulls his hand out behind his back, and puts a cup from your favorite coffee place down. And it smells like what you drink. It's a peace offering.
I didn't know we were at war.
Oh, it's not a war. You don't have a meeting without drinks.
What would I offer you?
I'll get mine. Don't worry about it.
Or will you now?
I will.
Okay. That's unnerving, but okay. So, what sort of business do you propose?
Real relics.
You do have my attention now.
Yeah, I figured I would. Have you ever seen...
Opens coffee cup, sniffs at it.
It doesn't look like anything is strange. It is your exact order from...
Like, looks at label.
From the Voodoo Donut right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this is an occult shop in Portland, I'm assuming it's in the New Orleans district.
Probably. Yeah. Observant, as I
Incredibly.
noted. I do like observant people.
He reaches into his jacket and pulls out what looks like a very thick, boxy, well-made leather jewelry case. He puts it on your counter, and he slides it across. And you'll notice where he was leaning, where his bare flesh was touching your just cleaned glass, has not left any streaks, no fingerprints, no nothing.
I just store that detail in the back of my mind. And this is?
That is a carrot.
A carrot?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I care for what that implies.
Incentive. That's what it means.
Just making sure you're not calling me an animal of some sort.
Oh, God. I was not trying to call you an animal, but it is something that I think might catch your interest if you can identify it.
If I can identify it.
See, this is not an interview for me. This is an interview for you.
Oh. In my store.
Mm-hmm.
After closing.
Yes, the one that you're not going to be able to keep open for even more than a year if you don't have anybody who's investing.
Observant, you are.
Very.
So you want me to identify this thing?
Please.
So open it?
Please. Unless you can do it through the box. If you can do it through the box, I will be damn impressed.
Nothing's going to jump out at me or anything like that? This isn't one of those, like, snake in a can kind of thing? Because, admittedly...
If I wanted a snake in a can, I'd go across the street to one of your competitors.
Fair. Lifts lid.
It's got a little tiny brass latch. You open it, and it's this small cylindrical item. 2 brass ends, and what looks like carved ivory in the middle of it.
If this weren't made from such high quality materials, I would wonder why you brought me some sort of illusionist's wand. It seems to have that sort of shape, although the white tips are normally at the ends, not in the center. But this is fascinating. Would you like to clue my character into what it would be? Because this player doesn't know what it is. How about a
intelligence plus occult roll?
Like I have intelligence here.
You don't.
I don't have much intelligence.
But you have occult.
That's why I have occult.
And you have a specialty in occult. Appraisal.
Yes, that's true. I get a die for that.
So this very well could be an extra dice. And you don't have to worry about hunger dice or anything like that.
Yeah, I was assuming because I'm a human.
You're a human.
So that's like a lot of dice because it's how I roll.
You got. I mean, this is you have a
this
crap
is my
intelligence
specialty.
roll, but this is your specialty. Yeah.
There's like 4 successes.
4 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. Funny enough, you have actually seen something like this before in a recent magazine.
Okay.
There was a one of those occult magazines, that Natural Awakenings kind of thing, that
Yeah.
like floats around these stores. That every once in a while gets lucky with a good story. And apparently there was an archaeological dig in Venice, Italy,
Mm.
not too long ago, and they unearthed a treasure trove of ridiculous, ancient necromantic goods, the star of which being something called the Venetian jar, which, strangely, that and a bunch of other items went missing.
Mm.
But this right here, in the article that you read, was noted as a soul container of nobility. This was something that people would bind the spirits of the dead into to get them to do their bidding.
Is this a joke?
What's the punchline? He's wandering around your stores, running his fingers along the book spines and looking at stuff. He's touching everything.
Why are you... Must you touch everything?
It's a store.
They're for display only.
All right.
So do you often wander around with relics that match stolen archaeological finds?
Is it Thursday?
I don't know, honestly. Except that...
Sometimes.
Okay.
If I have a reason to offer.
Well, that is fascinating.
And I bought this off of Matthew Castle, who actually did steal it, so...
Okay.
You have no reason to know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
He's an auctioneer who sells to specific clientele.
Okay.
He sells this type of item
Yeah.
to specific clientele. I'm looking forward to getting you a platinum card into these events.
That does sound very... Why me?
Because you have this store. Because you have the ambition to take this store.
Who says I took this store?
Everyone knows you took this store.
Everyone.
Everyone. You have a good amount of people who are interested in you right now. Because of your interests. You have some really, really nasty cousins of mine who are interested, and they're not willing to give you the business freedom that I'm willing to give you. They're going to take advantage of everything that you have to offer. Or I'm more interested in seeing where exactly you would go when given unlimited resources and unlimited free time. Do you think that this is worth anything? Not monetarily speaking. Like, what if we activated it?
That sounds...
Because from what I understand, this is a...
soul collecting device? Or of some sort?
Well...
Holds... Is there a nobleman just hanging out in there? I mean...
Soldier.
Oh.
Actually. The legend says it's a knight who's dedicated to guarding his masters. Venetian soldiers. They're very vigorous. We'll crack it up and find out.
I mean, with maybe the appropriate wards and such.
What if he was the ward? Because if we let him out, he's duty bound to protect the area.
Okay. This is a lot coming at me right now.
I'm not David Copperfielding you. I'm not trying
No,
to make the
I know,
Statue of Liberty
because
disappear
if
or anything.
I recognize that, because I can tell simply by looking at this that this is a legit item. You're not...
No, there's lots of legit items, but is there anything in it?
I don't know if there's
That's-
anything in it.
that's
And that is a
these-
question. But, you know, this is a... You bring a person some coffee
Uh-huh.
and suggest
Consider the coffee lube.
unleashing a soul in the... I mean, at the first date. Like, that's a little... I don't even sleep with people on the first date.
Okay.
Or do anything remotely. I don't even go on first dates. And now you show up here. I don't know you. You say people have... Your cousins? Like...
They're not
people
really cousins.
are watching me.
They're
People
not really
are...
cousins.
This is a bit much. But yes, I absolutely do want to open that.
Cool. Do you know how to activate it?
I mean, I've never seen something like this in person.
Uh-huh.
The shop has...
You have to bind the spirit to yourself.
That's typically not really been something I've been...
Given the opportunity to do?
That too. Yeah. I was hoping to find some goodies in this shop, but like...
Well, Merry Christmas.
Okay, so... See, strangers don't just roll up and give you free souls. That's not how this works.
They should.
They should.
That sounds like the best Uber Eats service ever.
They should.
They should.
But that is not something that happens without some kind of price tag. I know, because I cause price tags to happen.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm going to need a little more detail before I crack this thing open.
Okay.
Why don't you crack it open?
I'm curious to find out if you can.
Okay, this is part of the interview.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very traditionalist, and I only go for a certain type of person.
Again,
don't worry, this isn't an eHarmony kind of thing. This is more of a this is more of like an Ancestry.com kind of thing.
so are you saying that we're related somehow?
Possibly.
I mean, I guess that would explain some things, maybe.
Oh yeah, like what?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I've always wondered if I just had weird like, I've always been the weirdo, so like, are there family secrets I don't know about, that kind of thing.
Mm.
You just think these things, especially when you're in my line of work. Yeah. So
You can get Jack out of the box.
Pretty sure I can get Jack out of the box.
I'm pretty sure you can too.
Pretty sure.
I've done all the research and everything, but there's always, a shady spot here and there in the paperwork. But this would prove my suspicions.
That Jack's in the box, or that I can get
That
Jack
you can
out
get
of
Jack
the box?
out of the box. I'm pretty
okay.
damn sure Jack's in that box.
And so, if I get Jack out of the box, what... I mean, I have a Jack, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Security for the store
but
on
what
that
do you
end, I
get
guess.
out of it?
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
And
Because you just always wanted Jack out of the box and you couldn't do it yourself?
I can do it myself.
Okay. So...
I have... ambitions.
You have ambitions.
I'd like to share those ambitions with somebody I think would definitely be interested in those ambitions.
Again, it's sounding very eHarmony up in here, and I am not, I repeat, not looking for any kind of life partner. So, I am married to my work.
Yeah, what are you going to do when this place is gone? You don't have the work anymore.
Get another one. I don't know.
Get another one? I'm making it so that you won't have to get another one.
I just met you!
Mm-hmm.
And you want me to just get a soul out of a box?
Uh-huh.
Make me.
Do you really want me to?
Do you really think you can?
Bleed on it. And you don't have a choice.
Pulls ritual dagger from side of thigh. I guess arm somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Bleeding on it.
You are not used to being told those things, like anything.
Anything.
And then doing it.
No.
Something in your mind was just like, you don't have control over you. And he's not using rationalize or anything. He wants you to know that you are completely out of control of the situation.
Yeah.
Your blood drips down. Touches the ivory, which instantaneously absorbs the liquid. He throws you a handkerchief, just fucking rudely throws you a handkerchief. He's like, cover that shit up. I can make you do whatever I want.
Apparently.
I can possibly teach you how to make people do whatever you want.
Oh, really?
There is no sign of blood whatsoever.
On the thing.
On the thing.
Yeah.
There is, however, a weight in the air. Sounds like Jack is out of the box.
A little bit.
Things in your store are reacting as if things are walking by them. It's like somebody's patrolling. So I was right.
That I can get Jack out of the box?
Mm-hmm. Also that we might have some common link family-wise. I'm a bit of a traditionalist, and I don't tend to bring people into the fold that are not family.
I don't even know who my family is.
I think you might need to figure out what your family can do over what your family is. We're merchants. We're very powerful brokers. And we're very, very
Bossy?
serious necromancers.
Oh. Well, that's good. I like that. I'm a little disturbed that you did something that made me cut myself? What?
It's just a simple trick.
I haven't done that in years.
Your drink gets picked up and floats over to you. You might want a drink.
I suppose since you'll just make me drink it if I don't.
No, but it's cool that nobody actually handed it to you, isn't it?
It is. That, to be honest, I've been trying to get that sort of thing to work for ages, and I've yet to be able to encounter that level of magic.
Told someone to do it.
am not sure how that works, but I just saw it, so I suppose that is indeed a thing that happens.
It is.
I'm going to need a drink stronger than this to process any of what is happening right now.
Sounds good.
But I always knew that was possible.
He walks over to one of your display cabinets and he picks up the most expensive, nice looking chalice that he can find, brings it over, sets it daintily down onto the glass, and starts rolling up his sleeve.
What are you doing?
I'm going to give you a drink that's stronger, that's going to open your eyes on things. And I'd prefer... He pulls out a switchblade. If this was willing. And he bleeds into the cup. But it doesn't have to be at first.
I believe you've proven that things don't have to be willing. And I would really prefer... Consent is important to me. Can we start on a basis of that?
He lifts his wrist and you see the open vein, which seals up right in front of your eyes.
That's...
Child's play. Anyone can do that. You can do that. After acclamation.
You have piqued my curiosity.
Good. Have a sip. No ordering. Suggesting. Because I have a feeling what you will be able to see as soon as you do. Take a sip and think about everything that might be in this room right now.
Grabs chalice. Closes eyes.
We're not the only ones in here.
Thinks. I mean, ultimately, out of all the weird occult shit we've done, is this really the... I mean, it probably is the weirdest, to be honest, but... Quest for knowledge. Throws it back.
Okay.
Sets cup down. Opens eyes.
You can feel a warmth come through you, and that was ridiculously delicious for blood. It was blood. There was that coppery taste, but it was also something that just you kind of want more.
Blood's never tasted that good. What'd you do to that? I mean, I've tasted my own from time to time.
It's not regular blood.
How? Nope. We're not. Nope.
We're not there
One
yet.
thing at a
I'll
time.
explain it all to
One
you.
thing at a time.
Yeah. You catch glimpses of the fact that there's 3 other people in the room.
All right. Yeah, we are not
There's
alone.
one guy who is dressed in this very interesting soldier's uniform. He's walking around with a pole arm, looking at everything in your store like he does not know what this is. There's 2 more standing behind this guy who are overly officially dressed. One of them has a very obvious bullet shot in the head, directly center forehead. And he has no eyes whatsoever. They're just sunken in gaping holes of darkness.
Okay.
The other one is the other one looks like he's had his throat slit. Again, gaping holes of darkness in his eyes. But they're officially dressed. It kind of looks like a mafia movie kind of thing.
Your friends, I'm assuming?
Family.
Family. That must be Jack over there.
Mm. I don't really think that's his name, but
No, but I don't know his name.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. This is a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure it is.
Um,
So Alba's gonna run your store during the day. You can run it at night. I'm gonna ship some relics through you from time to time. And
okay.
I'm gonna teach you everything that I know.
And I guess this is happening whether I want it to or not.
Oh, you want it to happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
I do,
honestly.
there's a level of
This is
curiosity
really,
that
yeah,
you're not
like,
going to be able to not take.
Yeah,
How do you want to die?
What?
How do you want to die?
Oh, what?
How do you want
I
to
have
die?
never thought of an answer to that question.
Okay, now's your chance.
I have to die?
You want a last meal? Do
What?
you not want a last meal? Do you want it to be a surprise? Do you have a method you'd like to go? Because nobody gets to choose. Nobody gets to choose.
Nobody does get to choose generally. That
What
is
if you
just
did?
kind of, well, some people get to choose. Some people make their exit in the plan that they derive or something.
What if death wasn't an exit?
What? I mean, obviously we've got friends here who have
No, not even like that.
what? I mean, is it not an
You ever
exit?
killed anybody before?
No, but I've thought real hard about it.
How would you do it?
I mean, there's something personal, like depends on who they are,
You're
right?
a stabbing
Like,
person, aren't you?
I mean, not necessarily, because if you really
Seem like a hands-on kind of person.
exactly, and so if it's somebody maybe really close, maybe that's a kind of strangling thing.
Okay. Okay.
But I do love my knives, so
Cool. Do you have a favorite knife?
I do.
Can I see it?
Pulls out upper right thigh
How long
knife.
is it? That could probably hit a heart.
I mean, probably could.
Okay. He running his fingers along the edge of the glass
Yeah.
of your counter again, not leaving a streak,
Yeah.
comes around the other side. Holds his shirt open.
Uh,
Do you want to kill somebody? You should experience everything, right?
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Stab it in my neck, shove it in my chest, slit my wrists, shove it in my not the eyes.
not
Those
the
are a
eyes.
bitch.
Okay.
Those are a bitch to fix.
But can I strangle you too?
If you really want to.
I mean, I just feel like that's part
Are you
of it.
strong enough?
Probably not.
I can make you strong enough.
That's entertaining.
That'll take some time.
I just
I'd
feel
like you to
like
try to kill me tonight.
tonight.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not walking out of this alive anyway, so.
No, but you will be walking out of here.
What? That doesn't. Pretty sure my brain is going to explode.
Good. You don't need it where you're going. Come on.
Pulls out knife. Alright, I don't know how we do this, but never killed anyone before.
I was just putting your weight into it.
Okay.
Strength plus melee.
Okay. I have some of those, I think.
He's sitting there, holding his shirt open, Smile on his
Yeah.
face, eyes closed. Or do you prefer to look into my eyes as the light leaves them?
Oh wait, small blades. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can look if you want. I don't know. I just want my hand on your throat. That just
All
seems good. Like,
All
I
right.
feel like that's a thing.
I think
Leverage,
you need to.
like leverage, and
Let's go.
then
Come
that's 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
4 successes. He is not resisting whatsoever.
Yeah.
Where do you stab him?
Oh, like chest.
Okay.
It's like holding throat, and then just, I guess, kind of like.
Okay. Up to the hilt. You probably didn't hit the heart.
Yeah.
But,
Probably a little high for the heart.
yeah,
honestly.
but this is definitely a fatal wound.
Yeah.
But he's sitting there laughing. He's got a little bit of blood on his mouth at this point. So, are you a last meal person? Or should we just get this over with? And he's not laughing anymore.
I mean, last meal sounds like probably a good idea.
Yeah, it is. And I'm going to bite you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do not think that you have the strength to fight him off.
No, probably not.
If you want to, you can. But he's going to lunge.
I'm pretty sure I am overwhelmed by this whole thing.
Okay. On the crappy, gridded rubber mat that's behind your cash register, you hit the ground. You can feel all the individual weird red circles that are going to form on your skin. His teeth sink down, and it is probably one of the most painful things you've ever experienced in your life. It feels like he's biting you with a mouth full of serrated shards of broken glass. And you could swear you can hear 2 other voices laughing in the background as this is happening.
I'm sure I'm screaming.
Oh, you can't get it out because he's biting directly into your jugular.
Gotcha.
He's making sure everything's quiet. The one thing that you can hear over your own heartbeat is somebody locked the door to the store. You hear the shades being drawn down.
You do notice the most interesting little details when you're in a time of intense trauma. Gonna die now.
That is the last thing that you realize, and the stupidest thing that comes to mind is you didn't even have a chance to finish that coffee.
Yeah. Yep.
Everything starting at your fingertips and the tips of your toes starts getting cold. All of the heat just slowly being sucked out of your body through your throat. The pain eventually subsides, but it felt like hours of torture. Something thick and familiar touches your tongue, and you realize that you're getting more of that blood that was in the chalice. But this time, there's no weird metal taste that came from the chalice. And that's all you're getting. You wake up the next night as the sun goes down. You could swear that you heard some weird digital beeping at some point in time. It could have been a minute ago, it could have been hours ago, you really don't know. But the one sound that you do hear as you are coming to that catches your attention is your cash register. And thanks, have a good night, see you guys again soon. And the sound of that goddamn wind chime that you use as a bell to let people know that someone has opened your door. You hear Alba bringing them out, wishing them a good night. And then you hear, how you feeling? Sitting on your back room couch that you have in the back that you've probably slept on quite a few times is the guy smoking a cigarette. Was it good for you?
Do I even get to know your name?
Sure.
Who the fuck are you?
He tells you his name, which I'm not doing on camera at the moment.
Not that that really makes a difference.
But I can reassure you that we are in fact family. Now more ways than one. Twice blooded, they call them.
Is that what they call them?
Everything is weird in here. Like, you've been in this room a million times, but like first you have to blink it off, but you swear the paint's peeling for a second, but then it's not. There's a weird musty scent of, I don't know, just dust that hasn't seen like fresh air in God knows how long. Like when you open one of those rooms that have just been locked up for such a long time, or an old attic kind of smell. For a second you might think that the window is broken, but then you realize that there's no window. There's an off-shaded color of bricks where a window used to be, where somebody had thrown a brick through it because a pagan shop opened up here at some point, and this is before the city was in more of an open-minded state. Back then they didn't fix the window, they just bricked it over.
So now what?
Now we can get to work and you can have some real fun. You've got a night, you've got a base of operations, and it's time for me to tell you about the quest.
Okay.
Post.
Yeah.
That's where we're leaving off.
Alright, cool. I'm dead now. That's awesome.
Dead now. That's your,
Dead now?
Yay. What'd you think of your opening? What'd you think of your death?
This is so uncomfortable for me.
Is it?
In so many ways.
Why is that?
Because it's uncomfortable for me in so many ways.
Okay. Is that you don't want to continue
I,
playing
as a
it,
person, have had a fear and a interest in ghosts my whole life.
Okay.
So as we went into the scene, I was like, oh, and you described the wraiths behind him. I'm like, oh, great, this is going to trigger all kinds of fun shit to move through.
Okay. So is this going to be something that you want to do, or is this something you need to back
why
out
not?
of? Okay.
I don't know.
I've always seen game as a really affordable version of therapy.
In some ways.
Unless you're buying all the books, and it's not a very affordable way.
I mean, yeah, it's. I do consent to continue down this storyline.
Okay. If you ever feel uncomfortable with what I'm doing, please let me know.
Yes.
We've always used the stoplight system. You know, if there's things of this necromantic story that you're uncomfortable with, we can always do the whole fade to black thing, fade to gray thing, and just insinuate instead of actually going into detail. That's always an option.
That's good. That option may need to be taken. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Let me know. And we can always do also save time after games, or even in between scenes if you ever need it.
Okay.
Like if you want to continue going through it, but you need a chance to relax, get a drink, talk, and stuff, that's always available too.
That's why I don't hate you as a storyteller.
Yay. Alright,
cool. Are we done now?
We are done.
So I'm really good at ending things.
This was fun. I'm Voivode Cat. This is Serendipity, and we are walking into Black Sheep.
Apparently.
They're thicker than water.
Ba-
Have a good night.